guys. It has been a week.
Yes, it's been a week. Journey. Still going through the journey.
6 days now.
Yeah,
this is the 6th day. I'm actually quite impressed at how much like supernatural has happened in the last 6 days, because I wasn't sure how fast it was gonna take or how long it was gonna take for Braylon to start feeling better. But we are here on day 6 now, and with that being said, today is like a day where he's trying to recover a lot. So as far as like how everything goes, the surgery went really well. He's recovering really fast and really quickly. It was really smooth. It was only like a 30-45 minute surgery, but
he's eating and he's eating everything that he want to eat. So it's just, I'm happy about that, that his stomach can hold and feel comfortable without even feeling queasy or anything like that.
He hasn't had any nausea, no vomiting, nothing like that, which is good. The only issue that we ran into today is that he was negative liters, which means they had to almost dehydrate him in order to go into surgery.
Yeah.
And they had to dehydrate him because if you have been following, you've seen like how much secretions and blood went into his lungs, so it like made him like he was suffocating. So they wanted to make sure he was negative so that whenever they did surgery, they didn't risk anything of him filling up with more fluids. So they think, this is their first hypothesis, and the reason why I'm getting here is because he was supposed to start physical therapy today. So that means they were supposed to get him up, walk him around, and get his mobility started again, because he's been laying for 6 days. And when they went to get him up to do the physical therapy, his heart rate jumped up to like almost 160. It was like 158. And so we're like, oh, maybe it was a fluke. So we had him sit down, and then it would go back down to 90, and then he would sit up again, and then it would go right back up to 160 in like literally 10 seconds. So it was really crazy. Then the EKG guy got here super fast. He monitored him while he was laying down flat, and then whenever he stood up, and sure enough, it was 90, 70, 80, 90, and then as soon as he stood up, went right back to 158, 160. So they're like, okay, I don't think I want to move him, because if he gets to moving, then it's going to go up even higher than 160. And a regular heartbeat is like 60 to 100, just for knowledge. So way too high, but he did start a new med. But the doctor looked at the EKG and he said, okay, well, maybe it's because he's dehydrated and that's what's doing it. So then they ordered fluids, so they bolused him some fluids, and right now he's just letting that run for an hour. And then they gave him some more fluids, and he's drinking lots of water to see if he can stand up and do it again. But he just went to do something else very minimal in the bed, and his heart rate went right back up to 130. So we're trying to figure out if it's out of nervousness, if it's out of excitement, if it is something related to the heart or what. That's just like where we're at right now with it, because we can't send him home with a heart rate that high. That's just dangerous. And then God forbid his ICD goes off and shocks him because it wasn't controlled before he left. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Hoping that once we get back in there and he has had his boluses, that when he stands up his heart rate won't go so high. And I'll be interested to see what they think it is if that doesn't work.
Yeah, they coming back and testing. How long, babe?
They said it would be like an hour, so we're getting close. But the thing is if he can pass that and everything, we found his medication.
Yes, I found his medication
hand at our local pharmacy, so we were so thankful.
Yes, the lady told me to come back in 3 hours, so I came back in 3 hours, and then another guy was working. Then he said, "Oh, sorry, sir, this medicine is not in. We have to order it." I was like, no. The lady already told me that it was 3 hours to wait. So I waited 3 hours to come back. And then another lady came and brought me the medicine. So I was like, whoo, dodge a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Because we need the medicine too before he can go home. So pretty much right now we're just waiting on orders to get him to be able to come back home, because right now, he has just the unstable heart rhythm and making sure he has enough fluids. So that's our next steps. Otherwise, we're good to go home tomorrow, which is beautiful. The kids miss him so much.
Yes, Marcannon's begging.
Marcannon is
when
like,
is Braylon coming
the best brother ever. If you've ever seen Marcannon, he's just like such a sweetheart. He's so funny. He's like, has Braylon been laying in that bed for 7 days?
Yeah.
He's so funny, but they have like this brotherly bond of communication.
They always laughing at each other, clowning.
Caden misses them. You can just tell, like when Caden, we put him on FaceTime every day for a few hours and we let them talk, and Caden like just lights up every single time he sees Braylon. And Braylon, you can tell he's smiling and happy and stuff. Other than that, Braylon's been playing Fortnite all day today on the Xbox. He's had minimal pain since the surgery. He hasn't had to take any of his hard pain meds, and I'm like, boy, if you need these hard pain meds, take them now.
Yeah, I think he be trying to just be tough guy.
I think he doesn't want to forget anything, because he told us that he really hasn't remembered anything up until yesterday. Like, even when the tube came out, that was like the first day and a half. Probably I'd say in the last day and a half is the first time he started actually remembering things and people. Even some of the nurses that he was talking to, he doesn't remember anymore. The good news is that Braylon's memory is back intact, but I think he's afraid to take any medication because he thinks it's going to make him start forgetting stuff again. He remembers everything up until laying in a chair down in the game room. He doesn't even remember walking up the stairs and sitting down in the living room, which is scary because that's where he passed out. So, it's just like helping him orient. I sat with him for about an hour yesterday and went over everything with him and let him understand what happened. And, you know, he's just very grateful to God right now that he's alive. He just was like, I keep catching him praying and just telling God how thankful he is. And it's just been a really emotional time for us. We definitely, like I said, need to get some therapy, I think, for all of us, most definitely Braylon, because this was hard. But I'm actually kind of happy that he didn't like remember a lot of it, because it's really traumatic. And I feel like a lot of us, even you guys, are more traumatized than he is. Luckily he didn't feel it, and when he looked like he was in pain, he wasn't, and when he looked like he was freezing in this Arctic sun, he wasn't, and he's just like feeling so much better. So we're very thankful, very blessed. It's like,
we're just happy that, you know, he's here. That's the main thing.
And he's doing so much better.
So
goal plan is, as long as we can get this tachycardia under control and he doesn't get shocked or have any other arrhythmias before tomorrow, then we can go home, which is scary enough because this is like a silent battle that we're dealing with, where we can't monitor it as closely as they can here in the hospital. And unfortunately, this device isn't going to like track his heartbeats, and it's not going to pace him. So it's only going to shock him if his heart starts shaking and stops again. Which is good, but also at the same time kind of scary for us as parents, because we have to watch him like a hawk to make sure that he's not in a corner of the house or using the bathroom or anything that could potentially...
It ain't even really that, babe. It's just, you know, being on top of him about taking his meds.
Which I know we can do,
and we're gonna always do that. We've been doing that, so it's just...
proper preparation prevents a poor performance.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
And I feel like, you know, we've been doing that, and I have faith in what we do, so.
Yeah, me too, babe.
You know.
You got the Caden face today.
I
in
guess.
the comments if you think he looks like Caden a lot.
I guess.
Caden looks like you, but we don't want to keep you guys too long. We just want to make sure we're updating you. As we know, we're a little less nervous now, if you can tell. Trying to give better updates, just even for our own knowledge, to remember like that this is what's happening and this is what went on, and like in case if it happens again, we understand, but we pray to God it don't happen again. I'll tell you that.
It's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
it's not. You know,
traumatized.
regardless, Braylon was gonna have to go through this, not situation, but he was gonna have to go through this surgery.
Because I want to let you guys know, we just updated you on Braylon's health, and we told you that he went and he was wearing a Holter monitor, and I don't think we ever made the update video because it was all good news. But on November 22nd, he went in and he wore a Holter monitor for 7 days, and the 7 days, Braylon pushed that button 50 times. And he told the cardiologist, I don't feel good. I think there's something going on with my heart. And the cardiologist assured us that there was absolutely nothing wrong and that his heart checked out all 7 days. So we were thinking, oh, great, this medication's controlling it. He doesn't even need an ICD. He doesn't even need surgery. So why would we think as parents that we needed to do anything if our doctor's telling us absolutely nothing's wrong?
Well, we knew he was gonna need this surgery though from the start. We knew that he was not going to ever get around this. No shortcut around this.
We knew it in the back of our head, but medical professionals weren't suggesting it, and they weren't advocating for us to
just because he was so young. But now, you know, he got the surgery. We thank God. The science, God, the medicine.
God is what saved
and
Braylon.
Everything. Yes,
not
everything.
Pill, not anything but God. And
God
prayer.
God is the mind of everybody.
And the staff here, that their hands were guided and they were able to keep him back to life, and of course our CPR.
Yes.
But yeah, anyways, we don't want to go down a rabbit hole of misery because God turned this into a victory even in our time of struggle and pain. But we wanted to update and let you guys know that everything's going really well. And despite these little minor heals, but I know if God can bring my son back to life, then he can most certainly heal his heartbeat. So this is the littlest hurdle we have to get over right now.
Yeah,
and
I believe it's dehydration. But guys, we thank you for tuning in. We thank you for watching us. Thank you for praying for our family.
Yes.
Thank you for just being here for us through this hard, rough time. And we're going to keep you guys updated on this whole process.
Yes.
Day by day. And let you guys know. And the journey on the way home. This is basically the journey home. So
yeah, hopefully tomorrow we will be leaving and Braylon can be reunited with his brothers again, and we can just live a normal life and give Braylon the closest to normal life that we possibly can. If you guys have any ideas, or if you guys have any kids that have been through this, what do you do to help them feel like normal and feel comfortable and make sure that they don't feel left out or like they're different? We're open in all ears. We have a big trip planned in March for him and his brothers. We're gonna go on a cruise, which is gonna be nice, but like
we'll let you guys know when that time comes.
But we told Braylon early we were gonna keep it a surprise, but we wanted him to have something to fight for to get out of here and say, oh, I got things to look forward to. So yeah, we love you guys, and we will talk to you probably tomorrow. I'll update if anything immediate happens and ask for prayer if we need it, but I think we're good right now, and I just want to thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.